Video games have been a huge part of my life ever since I can remember. Ever since I was a child, I have loved video games, and I still am an avid fan to this day. In this video, I'm going to talk about my story and my journey with video games. I was about 7 or 8 years old when I had first gotten my very first console. It was the day after my birthday, and my auntie came by to drop off my gift. As soon as I opened it, I knew exactly what it was. It was a brand new Nintendo DS Lite in a bright red. I was beyond happy when I saw it, and I noticed I also got a game. I got the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team game. I still occasionally play this game to this day. Since that day, I have not stopped with my love for video games. Since then, I have accumulated so many more new consoles and video games. Some of those being different Nintendo consoles, video games, as well as Xbox and PlayStation. I consider myself more of a Nintendo fan, but I personally have no issues with other companies. Some people call me crazy for my love of video games, for example, my parents. Especially now since the whole pandemic hit, I've had quite a bit of free time to play video games. It's just the way I prefer to spend my time. It is like an escape for me, to get out of the real world and have some nice quality time to myself. Most of the time, I usually play alone, but occasionally I get the chance to play with my really good friend Fabian online. We've been friends for about 3 years, and it all began because I barged in on his classroom one day to discuss video games with a teacher. That was the day after I went to a midnight launch of a new game. It was my very first time experiencing that, and I was super excited to share what had happened. Me and Fabian met up in that same classroom so he could play the new game on my console. Since that day, we have been playing together and discussing everything about video games. It's very rare that I find someone I can relate to, since personally I'm not a very outgoing person. From the time that I was little, video games have had a huge impact on my life, to the point that I knew at a very young age I wanted to become a video game designer. I want to be able to create games that make people excited to play, just like how I was always excited to play something new. Now I am going to let my friend go ahead and share his personal story regarding video games.
Hi, my name is Fabian Lopez, and for as long as I can remember, I've been playing video games even before I started elementary school, and I think that might have been because at the time I was an only child. I didn't have many other people to talk to around my age, and I was just kind of alone at home. I didn't have many friends, so I think that's just why it kind of stuck with me since then. My earliest memory is playing Crash Bandicoot on my PSP and Pokemon Diamond on my DSi. Even if I didn't know what to do, it was always a good time just wandering around the area I was in. Video games really shaped who I am, because if it weren't for video games, I don't know where I would be right now. I think that video games have really kind of been there at my worst. I was always kind of there playing video games when I didn't know what to do. It just was not a place, but just a time where I could think when playing video games. It was like a reflection, sort of. And it also has formed the friendships I have right now. Many friendships because of video games, and I cherish them to this day. And I'm sure I'll make many more, which I really am looking forward to. And I think video games is important because it's an outlet for people to make, connections, which is one of the reasons why video games are near and dear to my heart, because I've formed many connections I have, which I appreciate, like I said. And I think many people would say this, that they don't know where they would be or what kind of people they would be around to this day. But yeah, like I said, video games are really important to me, and I'm sure many would say the same. Thank you.
Hopefully you all can see how much video games mean to people. In the next episode, I'm going to discuss how video games are being seen in the media. See you guys in the next one.
Bye-bye!